magic that a time has traced. Make a point of it in every place, but every place deserves a curse or two for taking me so far away from you. Okay, that's the intro to the Aztec Camera song, The Birth of the True. I don't even remember which album it's off. I'm sure one of you will fill me in on that. It's not Highland Hard Rain. Knife? I can't remember. Anyway, one of the really cool old Aztec Camera songs, Roddy Frame songs, just him and guitar. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I play that. I'm using this old 1960 Gretsch model 6125. It's one of the anniversary models in the olive smoke, I think is what they call this color. Anyway, great guitar, unplugged, so it's quite resonant, just played as an acoustic instrument. So yeah, the song. Okay, so we're really building this song around a G chord and C chord primarily, with a couple of, you know, typical Roddy Frame unusual chords thrown in. So we're going to start here on a G chord, and we're just going to walk down the neck in terms of the high E string as accents. Now on the album he strums it pretty simply, kind of. But when I see him play it live, he does nice triples, so. And I think that sounds really nice, a little more interesting. So yeah, we're going to start out the song with the introduction, and then we're going to go into the verse. So again, we've got a triple G chord, 1, 2, 3 to start. So what you're doing there is you're creating a G, or pardon me, a C with a G in the bass, I guess is what this would be. But this is an old guitar trick that is a really good one, where you have a G chord with your fingers, right? There's your G, but when you drop in these other two fingers on the B string first fret and the D string second fret, suddenly you have a C. But you keep the high note and the low note, which is really nice. It almost sounds like the dueling banjos in Deliverance, right? I think that's probably the chord that they start out with. But it's also what Roddy Frame uses on The Birth of the True. So again, triplicate, triple strums, dropping in with this chord and then off to a D. So those are the moves you need to make. And again, I'll slow it down here. There's your introduction. Okay, so the verse is a G chord here. We're going to walk it down. Okay, so the way you do that is you start with the good old G, but then you pull off your pinky and you go to the E string second fret with your middle finger, and then do the same thing at the first fret with your index finger, high E, and then you finish on this nice C with a G in the bass. So it's got that really nice low register instead of a regular C, which is fine, but if you throw the G in the bass, you really have a nice boomy kind of deep-throated C chord, which is great. Okay, so again, here's the walk down. Then he continues the walk down here by going straight from this C to G into an A minor. And then he again catches the low E string 3rd fret to a D, back to a G. Okay, so really quickly, but done slowly, here's how you do the verse here. Now, at the end, it's really nice to throw in a little flourish before you do it all over again. And there are a variety of ways to do this, but one that I like is here on the A string and the D string. So you're here at the G finishing off, right? So now we're just going to go. So all we're doing there is playing an open A, hammering on it the 2nd, and then an open D. My bad. Open D. And then we do it all again. Whoops. Starting with a G. And then the second time through, we get one of those, augmented Roddy Frame chord sequences that are really cool. And the way you do that is here at the 3rd fret, barring, and then the 4th fret on the A string, and the 5th fret on the D and the B string. Sounds like something Roddy Frame would do, right? Kind of a jazzy chord. So all we're going to do is play this twice and then go up to the 5th fret, same shape, and back down. Whoops. 6th fret, pardon me. That's the chord. It took me a little while to figure out what he was playing there, but I finally landed on it, I think, and this is it. Then D to G. Right? Okay. So now you know how to play the verse. And at the end of the second part of the verse, we go into the chorus. And you don't need the flourish to go into it. Also, another way you can play that flourish is just on the low E. You're just walking up the low E, open, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Right? Or you could so there you're just doing the flourish off the low E, hammering on it the 2nd, and then an open A. So you get to pick, which one of those you want to do for the flourish. Okay, back to the chorus. The chorus is built all around this C chord with the G in the bass. And this is the part where he sings, sometimes I get down, but it's not you that gets me down. So let me show you how I play that, and then we'll break it down. Whoops. So fair amount of stuff going on there, but nothing real big deal. So again, the sometimes I get down. There's your C chord, right? Now what you're going to do is you're really going to emphasize these bottom in terms of pitch, but I guess the highest on the fretboard, but the lowest strings, so the D, A, and the E. So that's really what you're going for. Is you're playing a C, true enough, but it's really this low register, these low notes in the register that you're doing lift off and hammer-ons to kind of get that da 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 da, and that's what he's singing the chorus over. So the way I do that is just play the chord. Now lift up your middle finger off of the D string. Then go to the A string second, but in order to make that register, you have to lift off your pinky. So. And then it's just open A. And then you're here on the 3rd fret, A and E. And you're going to walk it down. Okay. Boy, when you slow things down, your brain can get out of joint a little bit. Alright, so when you finish that part, then you come up here to a D7. And that's just a good old D7 chord where you're lifting off and hammering on. Then the next part is where he says, whoa, let's see, whoa, no, not you. So all that is, it's this G with the C in the bass, but lift off your index finger on the B string 1st fret, back to the D7, now to a G with a walk down. So the way I do that is I'm going from the 3rd fret high E to the 1st fret high E, straight into the G. Now it's keep your index finger and the you're going to be doing a walk down on this G, or pardon me, C. Then go ahead and A string 2nd fret, then A minor, then catch that low E 3rd fret, then D, and then you're right back to the beginning. So. Whoops. There you go. And then the outro is just a bunch of A minor to C to D major 7. So. then when he plays it live, he does this really nice mini flamenco thing where you bar at the 3rd fret with the E shape, and you're going to go from 3rd to 4th to 6th, I think. Let's see. The big finish. Of course, he doesn't do that on the album, but he does it live, which is a really nice kind of... Roddy Frame way to end things, because he's such a marvelous guitarist. So I hope that made sense. It's a really fun song to play and sing together. It's got some, you know, really kind of more cowboy chord elements to it than you would normally expect from a Roddy Frame song, other than that bit, right? That's not cowboy at all. But yeah, great song. Hope you enjoy it. Cheers.